We've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. This, of course, their first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yes, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And the Spurs start out with the ball. Outside, Green. Pass to Duncan. Good D by Westbrook.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5 spot. Here's the screen. Here's Westbrook. Puts it up. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. Ibaka's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Thunder. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Here's San Antonio now. 4-point game. Duncan kicks to Green, and that one's good.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
To the inside, here's Kanter. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Right side, Leonard. Back to Parker. The 3. They get the rebound. The Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. It's Durant on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Parker with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Parker leading the charge. Got that one up quick. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Robertson gets to Durant. Here's Kanter. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And great effort on the boards. And what a mean that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
Here's Robertson. It's stolen by Green. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
So it's the Thunder now. After the basket by San Antonio. A shot's good from Westbrook.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Parker. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Down low. Deflects the pass. Duncan, the pass to Green. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Green's got 6. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
For the Thunder, Adams comes in for Enes Kanter, and Dion Waiters subbed in for Roberson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Martin's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Parker. To the inside, Adams' shot is good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
West outside, puts up a 3. Shot is off. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And Waiters kicks to Westbrook. Waiters gets a wide open look. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs trail by 3. Feeds it to West. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They set the pick. Here's Westbrook. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
An even 3-on-3 break. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Nick Collison's checked in for Serge Ibaka. The Thunder shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Miller. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Waiters dishes to Durant. Westbrook against Miller. Westbrook drives in. Outside for Durant. 2 on the clock. Can't get it to go. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Thunder lead by 8. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the responsibility that comes with that role.
In every aspect, it's a change for us, being more vocal, doing it on the court, trying to lead in practice. I think overall everything I do has to be better because guys are trying to follow me.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
And, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Now, some players, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. Others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Aldridge has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Spurs. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Adams, the pass to Payne. Back to Adams. From down in the low post, it goes. Adams has got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City. Spurs shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Here's Duncan, and it's blocked by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City, and then Waiters with the jam.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammates after that one.
On the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. And Parker, here we go. And it's blocked by Adams. And Waiters kicks to Ibaka. The dish to Waiters. Now here's Payne, covered by Martin. Here's Roberson. Connects from three-point range. Roberson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Spurs trail by 13. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage. And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get. When you look at the Thunder, in their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
And a final note on the Thunder defense, a lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots, and they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. West is checked in for the Spurs. Here's Roberson, covered by Martin. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size, and Greg was talking about Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And stolen by Payne. And Waiters kicks to Payne. Cantor sets the pick for Payne. Passes it to Cantor. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
There's Parker with the 3. Can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. That's good from Payne on the assist by Waiters. And the Thunder lead by 15.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor. And really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
So it's the Thunder now, following the three-point attempt by Tony Parker. Roberson, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down.
A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year. But they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27. Had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
We knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose one game, and they're all the way back to 6.
Durant's checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Payne. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Spurs trail by 17. Parker dishes to Anderson. 1:10 left in the first half of basketball.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up. You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Westbrook drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. West gets the bucket. 26 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Roberson. He has 7. Ibaka wide open. He fires. The offensive rebound, and Kanter throws it down. And the Thunder lead by 19.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Personal foul.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
And so he hits both. Nine seconds left to play here in the half. It's Durant on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got his second bucket.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
No good on the buzzer beater. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Thunder ending the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He has 11 points and 4 assists. This is something special. I mean, he hasn't missed a single shot.
It's really hard to put in words just what he's doing out on the floor.
Oklahoma City leading by 19. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the center. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Duncan, a screen. Parker drives in. Duncan gets a wide open look. And again, unable to change momentum here.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime. Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
San Antonio calls timeout. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Yes, Patty Mills.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunked so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting him.
This season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
Dion Waiters checked in for Andre Robertson. The Spurs also changing it up. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Parker comes in for Daniel Green. And Martin subbed in for Patty Mills. Here's the screen. Here's Ibaka, and he gets the bucket. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
Now here's Duncan. The feed to Martin. Launches a 3, and that comes off the assist by Duncan.
For 3.
Duncan's got 3 assists now in this one. The Thunder have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Ibaka. San Antonio with the rebound.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
The Thunder shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And Durant gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Parker. The three from Leonard. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Here is Durant with the fadeaway. And the rebound goes to Martin. Ibaka against Parker. Pass to Duncan. His three-pointers off the mark.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Shots good by Durant.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Right side, Martin. And he gets it to go from the corner. Martin's got 5 now.
And as always, the big knock on Cantor during his career has been his defense. I mean, great on offense, but seems to get picked on in the post.
Now, here's Westbrook. 15 points in the game. The 15-footer missed for the first time from the floor. Puts him at 7 for 8. Kicks to Duncan. Martin attacking. And the shot is good. Martin's got 7 points here in this quarter. And thinking about Cantor and defense, the Jazz jumped up in the rankings after they traded him while the Thunder dropped down.
Well, you know, I think that's more coincidence and not really fair to put it all on Cantor. I mean, defense is a team effort. All 5 guys have to be on the same page there.
San Antonio with the ball after the missed 3 from Serge Ibaka. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Waiters passes to Westbrook. Right side Durant. Cantor with a screen on Duncan. Off the pick. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
For the Thunder, Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Dion Waiters. Then for the Spurs, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Parker. Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting. Up to a remarkable, Clark, 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
Now, here is Martin, following the shot by Kevin Durant. Here's Marjanovic. Miller, that's for 2. Off target from the wing. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And Durant gets it to go.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The pass to Aldridge. Shoots a fader, and good on the basket. Book it. Aldridge has got 9.
No doubt about it. Marcus Aldridge has the hot hand.
Knocked loose and stolen by Miller. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is, always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Durant attacking. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Durant's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Marjanovic. Got it off in time, but it's no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Thunder delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Spurs shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. They've got Andre Miller. Boris Diaw is out there with West. Then there's Anderson, and it's Mills in at the point.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Payne. He feeds it to Collison. That's good.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Now here's Mills. Guarded closely. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Lets it go from 11. Here's Collison. Plays it up and banks it in. Collison's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Diaw can't hit.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Here's the screen. Dishes to Collison. Shakes him. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Boris Diaw. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Now the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in.
Anthony Morrow.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
You know, on the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
Now here's Waiters. Diaw missing his last shot.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets has been exactly of that variety.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Morrow. And he makes the 8-footer. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Payne.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
That is good from Ginobili. And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that player.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons and factor in all of the international competition, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 pro years overseas before the end.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Morrow. Lots of room. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
You know, guys, getting back to Ginobili, the most concerning part about last year centers around his shooting. Down in field goal, three-point, and free throw percentage. Just could not find the mark all season long.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Now here's Payne. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And looking forward for Ginobili, he may have to reshape his game a little bit. Less commotion overall to try and reduce turnovers. Maybe accepting more of a toned-down role versus the catalyst role that he's really enjoyed over the course of his career.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. McGary's checked in, so he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Thunderball.
Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And the Spurs making a change here. Martin's checked in. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. Diaw with the steal. Poked loose. Payne with it. Now here's Waiters. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Westbrook. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 28. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. Kyle Singler's checked in for the Thunder. .106 left in the fourth quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks, Doris.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Kane kicks to McGarry. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Misses from close range.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on it and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Here's Parker. And he lays it straight in. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, what was the key in securing this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
When you're facing Westbrook, you're always going to have your hands full. And tonight, he proved that once again. There's only one thought going through Russell's head. Attack, attack, attack. I know that was 3 thoughts, Kenny.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.